The following is an informational message pertaining to the March 3rd presidential primary election. Voting on Super Tuesday will be held at Emerald Hall, that's the old VFW Hall, at 30 Central Street in Abington. In all state elections and primaries, polling places must be open from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m. Voters who are in line when polls are closed at 8 p.m. must be allowed to vote. When you enter Emerald Hall, you must get in the line to check in. Some polling places may house more than one precinct, so be sure to check that you are in the line for the correct precinct. When you approach the check-in table, you will be asked to state your address and then your name. If you are an unenrolled, commonly referred to as an independent voter, or a member of a political designation, and you are voting in a primary, you will also be asked which party's ballot you wish to choose. Poll workers are required to repeat this information back to you. There are a few reasons that you may be required to show identification when you check in. If you registered by mail, and it is your first time voting in a federal election in the state of Massachusetts, you may be required to show identification under the Help America Vote Act of 2002. You may also be asked to show identification if you are an inactive voter, you are casting a challenged ballot, or you are casting a provisional ballot. After a poll worker has checked you in, you will be handed your ballot. You may proceed to an available voting booth where you may mark your ballot in private. Ballots are marked by the voter filling in ovals. When you have finished marking your ballot, you must proceed to the checkout table where you will once again be asked for your address and then your name. Again, if you are an unenrolled, commonly referred to as independent voter, or a member of a political designation and you are voting in a primary election, you will be asked to inform the poll worker of the ballot that you chose. The poll worker must repeat all of this information back to you. Once you have checked out, you may proceed to the ballot box where you will insert your ballot. Most cities and towns in Massachusetts use optical scan ballots, which means that you will likely be inserting your paper ballot into a machine which will tally your ballot. You may be asked to show identification at the check-in table for any of the following reasons. You are voting for the first time in Massachusetts in a federal election. You are an inactive voter. You are casting a provisional or challenged ballot. The poll worker has a reasonable suspicion that leads them to request identification. State law allows voters who have moved within Massachusetts to vote in state elections and primaries from a previous address for up to 6 months. Tuesday, September 3rd, 2019 is the cutoff for this current election. They have not registered at a new address. If you have moved from one community in Massachusetts to another and you have not registered to vote at your new address, you may vote at your previous polling place. Please note that this does not apply to local elections. If your name does not appear on the list of voters and your registration cannot be verified, you have the right to cast a provisional ballot. For more information and any questions, please contact Leanne Adams at lmadams@abingtonma.gov 781-982-2112. Thank you.